Have you had the opportunity to think about the streets and avenues you have walked through before? Or the cafes where you have sat and had a coffee? I wonder what is underneath where I am stepping or sitting right now. Probably 90% of people have never had this thought. For those who have, they will now once again have the pleasure of pursuing more truth and mystery. You will experience this sense of discovery in one of the most touristic spots of a city that hosts millions of tourists from all over the world. We are in Beşiktaş, Istanbul. It is said that a secret lies in the tomb of a powerful and warlike man who ruled the seas throughout history. Marking the 16th century, the former pirate and later the mightiest captain of the Ottoman Empire, was even his tomb shrouded in mystery? Today, many hurry past his grave. But no one asks these questions. What is the legend that lies in Barbarossa's tomb? Is it a treasure or a completely different truth? Barbaros Hayreddin Pasha. He was the Ottoman Empire's mightiest sailor, the man who turned the Mediterranean into an Ottoman lake. Fearless, clever, a former pirate, then the most powerful captain of the Ottoman Empire. He was known as a maritime genius and one of the greatest commanders of the Ottoman Navy. For years he had sailed from victory to victory in the Mediterranean. His real name was Heiser. But because of his red beard, Europeans called him Barbarossa, or Red Beard. After his death, this legendary captain was buried in his mausoleum in Beşiktaş, Istanbul. Today, this mausoleum, where millions of people pass by, harbors a great secret. Because Barbarossa entered this city where he was buried only once at night. He never left this city again. But why has his tomb become a legend? Does this legend really exist, or is it just a rumor? According to legend, before he died, Barbarossa Hayreddin Pasha hid the enormous treasure he had collected from the seas in such a place that no one could reach it. He was a pasha, but he also had a career as a pirate. Pirates were always after great secrets and treasures. It was rumored that Barbaros was also after such a treasure and that he found it. But this treasure was never mentioned in official sources. In other words, the location of this treasure was not mentioned in any historical sources. But some sources said that this treasure was hidden by Barbaros and that this hidden place was under his grave. So when did the first traces of this legend begin to be seen? When Barbarossa returned to the city after each victory, he preferred the busiest and most active hours of the day. In this way, he would enter the city to the enthusiastic cheers of the people of Istanbul. He did not do this only one day. Barbarossa Hayreddin Pasha, who preferred to enter the city with a celebration after each victory, entered the city quietly and mysteriously at night after one of his victories, without being seen by anyone. This was the last time he entered the city alive. For centuries, this story continued to be told in the Ottoman palace, among sailors and the general public. Some old Ottoman texts contain ambiguous statements that no trace of the Pasha's fortune can be found. Did Barbarossa deliberately leave a secret to keep his immortal name alive? Over the years, this rumor has spread from ear to ear. Some didn't believe the story, others sought the truth. Could there really be a room in the tomb? If so, why has this room never been opened? Were there records in the Ottoman archives that Barbaros left it? Interestingly, the records under his grave in Beşiktaş are quite limited. However, according to a 19th century French historian, a record in the Ottoman archives indicates the existence of a secret room under the tomb. Some researchers suggest that this room may have been some kind of protected cellar. For some, what was hidden here was not just a treasure, but the greatest secrets of the Ottoman Navy. Lost charts, secret routes, and perhaps unknown Ottoman naval strategies. Most investigations are inconclusive as to whether there is a structure beneath the tomb. Some 20th century radar scans showed anomalous voids beneath the ground. However, it is not known whether these cavities are natural or man-made. According to legend, Barbarossa discovered an untouched island during a voyage. In fact, this island was quite small. But Barbarossa was an explorer and a warrior. His determination to explore and fight forced him to set foot on this unknown island. And here was a treasure. According to legend, this treasure was cursed. Barbarossa was also affected by this curse and decided to return to the capital immediately. This curse was the end of his life. But he took the treasure with him. He was going to remove this curse. And the way to remove the curse was to bury the treasure with him in his grave. So today, how true is this rumor? Some say it's a folk legend. To others, it is a great mystery. Is there really a crypt under Barbaros' tomb? No one knows. Until today, no one has ever gone under the tomb and made a detailed investigation. But some of the stones from which the tomb was built may indicate that there was an ongoing structure on the lower level. But the fact remains that the tomb continues to fascinate visitors even today. Sometimes there is a strange nimbus around the tomb. Sometimes the deep silence of historians. Is there a treasure in the tomb? Or is it just a legend? If there really is a treasure, why has no one ever uncovered this secret? Or will the secret of the Ottoman Empire's greatest sailor remain in his tomb forever? Maybe this is just a legend. Perhaps Barbaros Hayreddin Pasha's greatest treasure is his name, which continues to live on even after his death. But let us not forget that many legends throughout history have one day turned out to be true. Could mystical rumors from the Ottoman Empire have been lost in history? Or have we been looking in the wrong places until today? Could there really be something in Barbaros' tomb? We may never find out. Finally, who knows? Maybe one day someone will go deep into the tomb to solve this mystery. And on that day, history will be rewritten. Do you really think there could be a treasure in Barbaros' tomb? Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to follow us if you want us to keep pursuing historical mysteries like this.